Am I live? No, wait. I am. I think I am. Let's see. There I am. Yeah, I think I've got 3 hours left. So I'm just killing time because I don't want to give them the 3 hours. Oh, I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. I had to get things done today. My grandson flies in tomorrow, which I'm excited about. He's not flying in by himself, he's flying in with his dad. And I'm going to give my card to his dad to go to, because his parents live around here too. So his cousin's there, so they're going to go see his cousin. And then we're going to drive up after and see them all. Hello. Anybody coming in? Am I live? Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yes, I am. Well, it says there's 4 people. I found out what the little crowns were last night. They are to encourage people to interact in your chat. And the numbers are how much you're interacting. So someone told me that last night. I didn't know what the crowns were, but now I do. Oh my goodness. I've been before I went live here, I was crocheting. Oh, I'm like on a kick now. When I get on a kick, I just crochet and crochet and crochet. Even if my hand hurts, I'm still going to crochet. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I got a bunch of towels that I've already got done. Towel toppers, I mean. And so I'm going to do a couple more. The ones that I've got done, I've got done, and I have 3 more in my sewing bag to do. I can hear my dryer. So if somebody's in here listening, come in here and talk, please, because I'm bored. Well, I have to kill time, so I'll just wait till someone says something. I can wait. Gingerlocks, get up here. Oh, wait. I guess you can't unless I put the link in. Copied. Wait a minute. I have a hard time. I'm dying of this heat. I can't stand it. Okay, there you are. There you be. There. I just messaged. Yeah, I think I did. Pin. Okay. Got it. Yes, you wanted to say something the other day, and I didn't get a chance to ask you. what was going on. I know your daughter graduated and she looked lovely. I saw her pictures on Facebook. She looked very cute. I can't believe when I first saw your kids, they were, I don't know how old they were. They were so young. And now she's graduated. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hello, Carla. How are
Um,
you?
I'm good. I've been like I've only got like I got the free version of StreamYards.
Hmm.
And so I have like 3 hours left until my time runs out. So it's just like, I might as well use it because I don't think that carries over. I think they just give you the 20 more hours.
You get a certain amount of time and you use it or you don't use it. That's all. No biggie.
Right. Yeah. But it gives me an excuse to go live. I saw your daughter. She looked amazing.
Thank you.
What a beautiful dress she had. Wow. I can't remember. I can't believe that when I first saw your kids, they were little ones.
Which dress are you talking about?
The green one.
Oh, that's her prom.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Why
I
was there another one?
well, between her graduation dress, everything for her graduation. Uh, yeah, there were other dresses.
Well, I know she had a picture with a bunch of girls, and one of the girls was really tall because she was like a foot above all the other ones. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know who you're talking about. I
She's
do.
really, really tall. She's beautiful, but she's really, really tall. Because your
Yeah.
daughter looked really short. I know she's not that short,
No,
your
she's
daughter,
not.
but
I
yeah,
mean, she's not small either.
no, but she's not as tall as that one. That one was really tall.
Which one was tall? Which one?
She had a white dress on, and it looked like they were out on a deck taking pictures. There was a bunch of girls. I was like five girls, something like that.
Um,
You know what I'm talking about?
there's like three of them.
I well, maybe it was three, but I thought it was more than that. But they were all out on someone's deck, and they were getting their picture taken, and the one was really really tall.
Oh, that might have been Riley. Riley's
Oh,
really, really tall.
yeah, that might have been her. I don't know. She was pretty, but
Yeah.
taller than the rest of the girls. So what have you been doing, Missy?
Hmm. I'm in the hospital.
Oh no, you're not in the hospital.
I
What
am.
happened?
I'm here. I don't know. I've been having some issues with my stomach, and that's why I'm here.
How long have you been in there?
Since Wednesday.
Wednesday. What's today? Friday. Oh, a couple days.
Hmm.
So what are they going to do for you? Are they ever going to fix you?
I'm not, no, I'm never going to be fixed. I'm diseased. It doesn't get better.
I know, but are they ever going to fix you where you can actually, not have to go to the hospital every couple days? You know,
Well,
every couple
I
months.
don't, I don't. I mean, I rarely go to the hospital like I used to. And this was like a rare. This was very rare. I'm like,
So
but
what were the symptoms? Were you throwing up or
yes.
oh God, that's I would do anything not to throw up. Ugh, I hate that. That's the worst thing for me. Um, ugh, I just hate it.
I don't think anybody really likes it.
Well, Terry took me out to eat. Uh, I can't remember when. It was a couple weeks ago. And I know I'm not supposed to eat certain things, but every once in a while I get a craving and I'll eat it. I got home and I felt fine. And I went to bed. I got up in the middle of the night and everything. I threw up everything I had eaten that night. And I was like, oh God. Because I have to tell my doctor when I go see him, Dr. Chess, the one that took care of me, the surgeon,
Hmm.
everything that happens to me. And
Hmm.
I'm just scared to tell anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to end up in the hospital. That's the worst place to be. Well, you know, it's,
Talking to the
it's,
person who's sitting in here right now, yeah, I'm.
yeah, it's the worst because you're not with your family. You don't like that. Well, I don't know how you think of the food, but I can't eat their food when I'm in the hospital.
I'm not allowed to eat right now.
Hi, Cass. Hi, Freeside. How are you guys
Hi,
doing?
guys.
So, say a little prayer for Ginger. She's in the hospital.
Again. Am I still here?
Who?
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
All right. Well, that's weird. There I am. Like, where did I go?
You're here. I see you.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Hey, Brian St. John, what's up? Kaz, Freeside, what's up, everybody? Good to
I
see
didn't
everyone.
actually expect anybody to show up because I didn't schedule. I just went live. I'm like, I'm bored. You know, when
What's
you're bored.
up, Jay? How you been, dude? I'm like falling down
I'll
the
tell you
rabbit.
a movie to go see. I don't know if you can see it. If you don't have Tubi, you might not be able to.
I have Tubi.
It's called Scare Me. It's really good, but I mean, it's not scary, scary. It's a horror movie, but it's not scary, scary. But there's a big twist at the end, which is I like.
Uh,
And then Dexter's coming back, who I'm a big fan of Dexter. Dexter Resurrection is coming. They must have offered him a lot of money because I think that's the third time that he's come back.
right.
You
Well, I
know,
don't know. I really don't know it that well.
see, I started watching it when I was at my mom's and I watched a whole season. Well, that's how I do it. Someone tells me something's good. You know, you told me about Shameless,
Hmm.
and I watched the whole season in a week. You know, as soon as someone tells me that show is good, I will just go on a binge. So, but this movie that I'm telling you about, Scare Me, is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, where you see the battle of the media. Yeah, that's me.
That's you?
That's me.
Well, how can you be up on my channel?
Because I'm on here as Gingerlux, but I'm under here as one of these one things that I had was Battle of the Media.
Okay, well, I don't understand.
I had two channels,
Oh, you
but
got two channels?
I never used the other one, which
Oh,
was the Battle of the Media, which I was going to use back in 2020, 2021, because the media was caught lying. But now we all know that the media lies, so it doesn't make a difference.
hmm. Well, I don't know anything about that. I stayed
Oh, I
away.
I'm not getting into it here. I'm just saying I've gotten very deep into a lot of things. Let's say, Brian, I've gotten deep into a lot of stuff that you were interested in. So stuff that you would be surprised that I even got into. stuff that he used to talk about back in the day. And I'd be like,
Right.
"You're crazy. You're crazy."
Hmm. I have no clue what you're talking about, but I believe you.
No, I want to see if he sees, or if he remembers, or if he thinks I might be onto the same thing. Then again, our FBI has already, pointed at the fact that there's something wrong with it.
Really?
Hmm.
I have no clue. I
And
have no clue.
that would be the 9/11 files.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
What, you don't believe there was a 9/11?
Oh, no, 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 no. There was a 9/11, but there was a different story that happened. I don't believe the story that happened anymore.
Hmm.
I don't believe that there were even necessarily planes that were involved.
What do you mean,
You
other plane, like our planes?
know how they showed the planes?
Yeah.
It showed how places were blown up in certain areas. And that's why the demolition came down the way it did, was because it was supposed to be blown up.
Oh, you mean the way that the
Oh
um
my God, Brian St. John, I was having a heart attack on that big, beautiful bill. I'm like, please, Lord, Lord, if you can hear me, please pass that big, beautiful bill. Please, 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 please. And it got, yay, it got passed.
what bill was that?
The big, beautiful bill, the big bill that we needed for us for our taxes, a lot. It was a lot that needed to be passed, and I wasn't sure we were going to get it.
Huh. I
You know,
haven't been watching the news, like nothing.
he is Brian. He is the very best president we've ever had. He may even be better than Reagan. I don't remember Reagan.
I was just going to say, what about Ronald Reagan? I always thought he was.
No, apparently Trump's better. Trump's getting more done.
Well, the only thing I don't like about Trump, well, never mind. Won't
No,
get
no,
in.
no, no. Go ahead, say it.
Well, is the tariffs he put on Canada.
Okay, can
Yeah,
can
go ahead. Because Canada's always been our ally,
All right, so
and I
all right,
don't
but
agree with that.
we've been giving Canada, but now it was time for say, all right, Canada, we should be getting a fair share at this, not just you getting everything. We should be getting a fair share. And Canada goes, no, no, we're going to make it even more. We're going to do it even bigger. We're going to be. That was Canada. Here's the thing, and this is how it goes. There are countries who are involved in the globalist agenda, agenda, which are United States was one of them, Mexico, Canada, UK, EU, everybody pretty much over in the EU, Paris, Italy, all of them. They're all involved with this whole globalization that's going on. This is why everybody has all these migrants and don't know what to do. They're losing their free rights to speak. They're losing their free rights to do anything. They had a guy who was at uh, he was at some kind of festival, and I don't even want to say, but it said death, and it was a chant, death, death, and it had 3 letters, and it had to do with a country. Put it that way.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And it
But now,
came.
how about what do you think about Trump saying that Canada should be the 51st state?
Well, it's because, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because they are reaming them dry. They are trying to bankrupt that country as much as possible, which they've pretty much already done. So somebody's going to have to come and help that country because they have no money. They have no money whatsoever.
What, Canada?
Canada, none.
Canada has money.
No, according to who?
According to my daughter, who lives there.
Does she know what her government has and what her
Oh
government
no,
doesn't
she just
have?
bought a $500,000 house.
That
So,
that doesn't mean, and that's what I'm saying. That has nothing to do with anything. It has to do with the fact that they are running out of grocery stores. They are running out of money. They are
well,
running.
they must that they're not running out right now.
They are.
No, they're
Abs-
not, because I talk to my daughter every week, and they're having no problems with that.
Okay. If someone called my sister every day, okay, my sister makes a ton of money, and yes, she's rich. She's part of an area that, yeah, she's in an area that's not going to be affected. But if you are a middle class citizen or lower, you are feeling the effects of either A, being drowned out, or
Well,
B,
then why don't they want to go with the United States if it's so bad there? Why are they fighting it? That's what I don't understand.
no, no,
Like,
no,
if it
no. Here's the deal. The deal has to do with Alberta. Alberta wants to get away from the Canadian, which I don't blame them. Doesn't necessarily say that they're going to be a part of.
well, that's where my daughter lives.
Well,
As one of the richest provinces in Canada
it
is
is
Alberta.
what they're trying to do is to trying to take every dollar out of that county. That is why Danielle Steele is her name, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, her name's Danielle. She is running that place, and she is making sure that her people are being taken care of because the government is not.
What?
The
Uh,
government the government does not care about the people.
Well, have they ever in Canada?
No, not
Trudeau has never had that. I know
no, but it,
everybody
it,
hated him.
it's gotten to the point now where they want to move Canada and all of their trading and stuff over to the EU to make them part of Europe, which it doesn't make sense. But what they're doing is they are bankrupting all of Europe now. And what they're not Europe, Canada, and what they're saying is you can't own more than $10,000 in cash at all.
No, that's not true.
That is that it is 100% true, and it is in a
Well, my
legislation
daughter has more than that.
because the this bill hasn't gone through yet.
Oh,
This bill has not gone through yet. You have to
I'm
understand.
just saying that yeah, she's got a lot of.
I I've been following a guy who deeply covers a lot of Canada, and I follow the United States, and I understand why Trump does what he does with both.
Hmm.
Now, what's going on with Mark Carney is that he's just trying to keep going with the globalist agenda, and he's just listening to his bosses. Put it that way. Whoever his bosses are, whoever you
No,
know,
if Alberta is so rich, why are they?
Alberta's not so rich. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, whatever.
You're
Uh,
not you're not understanding what I'm saying. What you're
no,
understanding is what you sit and you go, I see where my daughter lives. My daughter lives in a rich place. They're fine. That has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I have to do with what I'm talking about is what the government has to give. And what the government is going to give those people who live on those lands where you're not going to have food, you're not going to have stuff. That's why the people in Canada right now are trying to change things and trying to not be a part of Mark Carney. So they're trying to rip Carney apart right now, which they're doing.
are you
What the
saying
what?
Canada is trying to change things,
Oh
or
God, Canada's a mess. Canada's more a mess than we
well,
are.
then why don't they want to change things if they're such a mess?
because they're unaware of what's going on.
I don't know about that. My daughter works for American companies. So
That,
does my son-in-law.
but what does that mean? That and I'm not trying to be mean or nasty, but my question is, what does that have to do with Mark Carney's plan for their place of living?
I have no clue
Exactly.
how that works.
Mark Carney has a plan. They're looking at eminent domain and stuff like that. And and of course they're going out and moving their way in. It's not like they're starting at different places. But you've got so many migrants up there right now, they don't know what to do. The amount of migrants that they have, they're also paying everybody through their welfare system, through their Medicare system, through all that kind of system.
Well, if you go into Canada as a migrant, you don't pay taxes for 2 years. That's how they had it set up.
Well, wait, a migrant is someone who is
Or
someone
an
who,
immigrant.
an immigrant.
An
So
immigrant.
an immigrant is someone who decides that they're moving to the country,
Right.
right? And is agreed upon the country.
I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, you can't move into a country and say you're an immigrant if the country doesn't say yes.
That's true.
If then you're illegal.
Right.
So the fact of the matter is that during this time, while Trudeau and Carney, there's nothing but Haitians and all different kinds of people from all over the place that are migrating towards these places and are pushing these people out. And that's why there's no money, because these people are taking the money.
Hi, Jack Star. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how their government works and what's going on there, or who their new prime minister is. Because, when I talk to my daughter, we don't talk politics.
Right. No, Mark
Yeah.
Carney. Mark Carney. And the only reason why I talk to you about this is because I've gotten to know a little bit about Canada. That's all. And I follow two guys who are in Canada, and a lot of people don't understand a lot of things. And it just comes down to that these government heads know way more than we know.
Or two, she might not tell me everything because she doesn't want me to worry about her.
Well, also, but like I said, she also may not know. A lot of this isn't hiding out in plain sight.
Right. I know they didn't want to be the 51st state. That I know.
Well, it's
But
not.
then the way I hear, when I listen to Trump, it sounds like it would be a good thing.
Because of what is going on up in
But
Canada.
wouldn't that be a bad thing for the United States?
Okay. No, because we would not only would we get their minerals and everything else that would help provide us to supersede as a bigger nation. So whatever they have going on under Alberta, whether there is more oil, whether there's more gold, whatever it may be that people aren't digging for anymore. Why aren't people digging? Why aren't people digging for oil? Everyone's like, oh, the economy, this and the economy. Well, no, there's still a lot of money that can be made with all this stuff. Electric is not the only way to go. So a lot of people now are going back to oil and steel and coal and going back to all of that and seeing if we can get our economies starting, because all of us are behind. All of us are suffering from what has happened the past 4 years.
Well, global pandemics that are meant to destroy all of mankind generally have a negative effect on the economy now.
Hi, Jacksar.
Hi. Hello.
I don't know what that even means.
Well, we're coming out of the pandemic, right? The COVID apocalypse. Okay, so it was originally meant by many to get rid of all the humans. Shit, they don't like us here. They want a clean slate, and they want to swoop in with their flying cars and then repopulate, their appropriately decided upon genome. And then I don't really think that that's what Earth is meant to experience. And plus, I think the humans probably don't really enjoy getting it eradicated. And it all gets back to end times mythology. Like, this is all discussed thousands of years ago. People wrote it down, Revelation such. They had some sort of inkling that there was going to be a big kerfuffle, let's say. And there certainly was. That COVID thing, that was nasty. And that was 4 years ago. I mean, it's not really that long ago. It's practically yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the human scientists, if you can call them that, I don't think they have any idea what the hell they're dealing with. And I don't think they're necessarily supposed to. And that makes them very nervous. And when people are nervous, they don't invest. And especially they don't invest when they realize that, oh, we're just building infrastructure so spacemen can come kill us and then live in our hills. I don't think that's all that farcical of a notion. There's some kind of a breakaway civilization. There are who knows what beyond the heliopause. And Earth seems to be wide open for exploitation. It really has been. And the people who were exploiting Earth before, they probably want to keep on exploiting it. They probably didn't think that releasing a genetically engineered plague and killing people would probably, erode their power structure. But I don't know if people who are into mass murder really think things through very well.
But who are you talking about? They're good for what, or not good for who?
Well, I try not to judge. I don't really know who all the players are, but there's certainly different factions vying for control of supremacy over it.
All right, here's my question. We were talking about Canada, right? And I'm talking about United States, Canada, and basically globally how this is all working together. I don't know if you know how globally this is all working together or not.
Not real well, no.
I have a good idea. At explaining it, I don't know if I'm not, but globally, this is more than just the United States. It's more than just the countries that we're familiar with. This is a lot of countries, and we were literally...
Hi, nice to see you, Jack.
Please don't cut off your guest, please.
No, I said nice. I've said nice things. At least you're talking this time. The last time I took you up, we couldn't hear you.
I'm sometimes discouraged from speaking by forces beyond my comprehension.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand what Ginger's talking about, so I'm letting anybody come up.
What Ginger's talking about is fascinating. I'm sorry that you're cut up. Hi, Ginger. I know we haven't met.
Hi.
I'm Jack Star. Hi.
All right. Let me explain to you. All right. We're in the middle of what will be called globalization. And this is why there were open borders, right? This is why there were open borders in Canada, here, as well as Ireland, England, all over Europe. They're all over the place, where you have people who are like the Irish, and now it's almost as if you're in the Middle East. And that's not Ireland. They're erasing the people of Ireland. So this is what this globalization is doing. But then my question is, why is it that you have these people who are crossing lines, who are known gang members, known...
Hi, Sweet Wheat.
Apists, and, all the worst things that you can imagine in people, they're getting arrested, but then again, getting let right out and not being taken. So why is that happening? Why is it that people aren't getting arrested?
The personnel who control the border are subverted by years of pre-planning. It's an invasion.
Oh, this is years and years and years of pre-planning. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I was a friend. I knew someone who knew Hillary Clinton's. He worked for Hillary Clinton. He was her Secret Service agent. He basically told me that he could not tell me anything. The only thing he could tell me, and this was back in the 90s, late 90s, was that she was going to run for president one day. And if she did, she was going to destroy the country.
Well, if she ran or if she won?
I think this we're still living in this because Donald Trump was not supposed to beat Hillary Clinton.
Hmm.
So if we go back to that, Donald Trump was not supposed to beat Hillary. So that was that whole 4 years got scrapped because of Hillary not being president. So okay, we're going to make whatever we're searching for in 2025, and we're going to keep it going. So what they needed was for Kamala then to had been elected, and then they could have kept it going and made everybody who was in this country not a citizen. They would have made them a citizen without any question, and then this country would always be a democratic state.
But it's a constitutional republic. It's a democratic republic. It's not really democratic state.
What do you mean they wouldn't have to what?
If you're bringing in people from other countries and you're paying them money to live, eat, buy clothes, everything, you're giving them
Oh, okay.
all the money, and you're giving them all taxpayer money. Why? Because the taxpayers don't know. So they're giving them all the taxpayer money for them to stay in hotels and live comfortably until they're like, all right, it's this date and now things have changed. Go get what you want. And they, honest to God, this is going to sound terrible, but they wanted to get rid of the white race.
What?
Yes.
Well, what is the white race? Because white's a color, and then so you mean Caucasoid?
I mean, if all you have to do, if you look at the flag, if you have the pride flag, everybody anybody can be in it. If you're a white male, if you're a straight white male, nope. And if
Well, I'm not
you're,
clear. Aren't there two? There's two pride flags, aren't there?
no, there's only one really.
What's the pastel one?
Well, the pastel one kind of goes with the rainbow,
Right. Okay.
but that goes with trans stuff.
Okay. I don't mean to be insulting or dismissive of gay culture, but don't quite understand the whole pride flag beyond the rainbow. I know there's a rainbow flag with primary colors, and then suddenly on my Google keyboard there's a pastel one that looks kind of like it, but it's a washed out thing. And then my understanding of the rainbow is that it's a message from God that we're not going to be flooded out again. That next time it will be fire. I don't really want there to be a world-ending cataclysm, but if there is one, at least it'll be dry.
And see, I firmly believe in God. I firmly believe in Christ. I believe that God is first, and everything else comes the way it comes. But God is first. And reading through all of this stuff, I'm realizing there is a connection between the Bible and what's going on these days.
Okay, well, what kind of difference is Trump going to make?
Say that again. What was the question?
What kind of difference is he going to make if that's what you're afraid of?
Wait, what am I afraid of?
Of globalization?
Okay, so you know how he's going around, he's doing all this tariffs and these deals and stuff?
Yes.
It's to end this. It's to try to make each country rich and to end the globalization and to end the wars. That's my personal opinion. Think about it. Everybody thought, oh my God, it had more to do than just with stock markets. It had more to do with trying to get this whole globe in an area where we can kind of coexist in our own lands. That, do I know for a fact? No, but that's how I see it happening.
So you mean because Trump is now elected president, he's going to do the whole world good?
I believe so, yeah. He's already having a fight out with Canada because of the tax that they're charging their Canadian citizens.
You mean their own country?
Right. He's mad at him for something that he's doing to his own country.
Okay.
That's what people don't understand about Trump. People want to think that he's all this and that. And guess what? He does. He puts out this exterior of, yeah, I'm going to fucking knock you out. But at the same time, everything to him is like, it's like chess. He's playing chess and everybody
Well,
else
I
is.
know he was right about the pandemic. So,
And he was right about Iran.
did he didn't he just bomb them?
Well, I think he was forced to.
He didn't bomb them. He bombed the area and he gave them plenty of time to get out. And he said he wanted to bomb the area that was just the nuclear, because they could not have them having a nuclear bomb.
The nuclear. The nuclear. Yeah.
Right.
That's a concern. Yeah.
And that's what they wiped away.
That's
was
probably,
nuclear
yeah.
threat. That's it. That's all it was.
nuclear can have a real devastating impact on the world if it's not handled appropriately.
So
And I think
he's looking out for the United States right now. That's
And,
what he
and
wants.
he's also looking out for
And
other
other countries.
who may be
Targets.
targets of Islam. And that's a lot.
wow.
That's a
Okay,
lot.
I'm starting to understand a little bit. This is why I don't watch the news. I don't get it.
I haven't been watching it for years. I've been really on
That's
the
why I'm
fringe of society.
Well,
That's
how
why
do you
I'm
know what's
saying
going
talk to me.
on?
That's why I'm
You
saying
know.
talk to me. I know what's going on.
I know you do.
I
And
listen.
you know, if you want to know anything, Ginger Locks knows. That
I can tell. I can tell. It's really a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you
Yeah,
too.
Thank you.
she really does watches, pays attention.
I
That's
do.
why I
And
ask her
if
questions.
I don't understand something, I go sniffing. You don't understand. There's
No,
so much. There's so much that's coming out that our heads are going to spin
oh yeah.
when it comes to the whole Joe Biden and the auto pen.
Oh God, the auto pen. The auto pen is terrible.
Well, all of that is going to come out.
That's
All
good.
of that is going to come out.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad? Wait, I don't even know what that is.
Okay, put it this way. Do you know how many people that Biden had pardoned before he died? He left.
Yeah, he was
No, please. How many?
There was a ridiculous amount, but he was also naming people who had never been in trouble, such as Fauci. So how is Fauci on there? Fauci's never been in trouble. Maybe because he's part of the person who had started the 19 plans for everybody to start doing what they were doing. He's the head of that. Him and Bill Gates.
Wow.
You want to talk about people personified?
So if Kamala would have gotten elected, do you think this country would be screwed?
Yep. 100.
I think it'd be the same situation on a different timetable.
No, because look at what happened in Los Angeles,
I
right?
mean, the fires.
Think about that. There would have been nobody there to stop them. Those things would have been still going. California would have been burnt completely.
It is a desert.
It could be way worse right now.
I'm not sure how bad it is, but it is certainly worse off than it was now.
But you've got somebody who's like Karen Bass, right? And Karen Bass just, I'm just going to go out of the country while my city burns for 3 days. How was I supposed to know? Everything was planned. We all know all of this stuff has been planned. All I know is that all of this.
Asuka says if Trump receives a head wound from Shylocks or whatever and survives it, he will be Israel's false messiah. whatever that means.
What is Shylocks? And I have no idea what that is.
I have no idea. Hang on, I'll let you out. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
That's okay. No, I didn't know what he meant by the false messiah. What did he mean?
He
I'm
is-
not a messiah.
Yeah, he is no Messiah.
No, I think he's talking about Trump.
Yeah, Trump's not a Messiah.
Yeah, no.
What is a messiah?
I believe it's a messenger from God sent to
He's a Lord.
tell them. Yeah, that's not what that's not the kind of guy I am.
Would I say Trump might be a messenger? Yes. A prophet. Would I say that there are other people out there that are prophets going on? Absolutely. And it all equals to each other. It equals up to the music, to politics, equals up to the entertainment business. All of them work together. Those three work together. Guess what? That's who is running our world right now. I know it sounds crazy and I know it sounds nutty, but I'm telling you right now, it's the Illuminati and they are running everything. You think I'm crazy?
No, I don't think you're crazy at all. The Illuminati have been running things for quite some time. They're supposed to be doing it in the background.
She's very well versed on this stuff. That's why I ask her questions. She knows what she's talking about.
I'm glad. I haven't been paying attention, and I prefer to hear from somebody who has been before just finding out for myself.
You know, I used to be that person who used to run away because I didn't want anyone to know that, you know, I was Make America Great Again, or I was racist, or I was this, or I was that. And it was the labels that the media kept putting us on us in order for us not to do it. Like January 6th. Nancy Pelosi set that up so perfectly. But at the same time, she also made mistakes, and that has been found out. And Nancy Pelosi is now going to be brought up on January 6th charges.
Oh, good. I didn't know she was still alive.
Oh, yeah, she's still there.
She probably
What
should
did
answer
she
what she's done.
do? What did she do?
Betrayed her oath and sold out the country to foreign competing interests.
She still does.
Lovely.
Well, that's what's going on here now. You know? Why do you think Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi ran to the UK? Because that's part of the globalist union that they're a part of that they ran to.
Wasn't Anne Heche assassinated?
She killed her.
Wow.
In my personal opinion, Ellen DeGeneres had Anne Heche killed.
Wow.
Think about it. That was in a car with brakes that didn't work, that went down a residential street so fast that you couldn't even see it going. And then all of a sudden, Twitch, who was beside her, dies all of a sudden.
Who is Twitch?
Twitch was her dancer and was also her, what do you call it? Her DJ.
Oh, I was going to say Catamite, but okay.
And then out of nowhere, he did the unthinkable to himself.
What's unthinkable to that crowd?
It begins with an S.
Suicide.
Yeah.
That's pretty thinkable though.
Well, yeah, but I'm not supposed to say that. That's
okay. Well, fair. Yeah. Suicide is wrong, I believe.
I'm sorry.
What are we supposed to say now? Unalive yourself?
Oh yeah, that's the new one. Unalive. I'm not sure where that started from.
I think it's ridiculous that we have to use all these codes when everybody knows what you're saying.
Well, I know that I don't know about certain social groups. I don't know anything about the way they live. For example, the the same-sex people. No, the people who indulge themselves in same-sex relationships. I don't know what their life is like at all. I know what I have no idea, and I don't want to condemn it. And then
to whoever your sexual orientation is, to each his own, you know? Like, if you're gay, great that you're gay, but that shouldn't make you better or get you more, I don't know, views or whatever it may be people want to say. It's
Why do people use it for that? Clout?
a lot of people used to use it for that, yeah.
That's so stupid. Well, remember when we couldn't say COVID on you? Like, that's what I mean about YouTube. YouTube tries to stifle you and not let you say certain things.
It's
And
the
I don't think that's
government.
right. I just
It's
don't think that's
the
right.
Because
Well-
it's the government.
Yeah, they don't try to do that; they do stifle. And I agree, it's not necessarily right, but I think that it's pretty much mandatory given the state of ignorance that most people in the world live in. If they're suddenly exposed to accurate information that's way in advance of their ability to comprehend it, that can lead to widespread anarchy and destruction from riots, which I think is bad.
That's already happening all over the world.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
You know, like I said, you looked at what was going on with the United States. Canada, you see what's going on with there and how they're constantly trying to block their money and not let them make any more money or let them be self-sufficient on themselves. They want to bring everything in. And if that's the way they're going to be, that's why they're like, they're going to kill us here because we need our own stuff to live off of. And Canada, and that's why Alberta is like, we need to get out of Canada. So she may not be part of the United States, but she is trying to find a way to get out of Canada. That's for sure. And I have to say, I don't blame her.
Who were you speaking of when you say she?
Alberta,
Oh, you mean you were speaking of the province.
yeah, the governor of Alberta, Danielle Smith, I think her name is.
I like the notion of the province of Alberta having a consciousness.
What's that?
Well, isn't it a kind of a corporation?
Well, they have to have a referendum. And in that referendum, you have to have a certain amount of people who agree or who disagree if they want to move on. It's depending on if people see a future in Canada or they don't.
Well, the way you're talking, they don't. I mean, there's no future there.
Correct.
So that would be a no-brainer. Right?
And, you know, but see, you have to be careful because so many people have made Trump out to be the villain that you have to be careful in the manner that you put it out there so he's not such a villain.
Sure.
So,
And getting back to YouTube stifling speech, if people inadvertently demonize somebody without intending to, it makes sense that YouTube would use technology to prevent that from spreading against the wishes of the ruling class.
Yeah, I could understand that.
I didn't understand why the censor. I'm sorry, I'll finish quickly. I didn't understand why YouTube was so restrictive and why it had these rules and why it used this technology to delete things and things. It has to. It really does.
there's a man. The man's name is George Soros. Okay? George Soros basically runs everything.
I heard he was
And-
dead.
No, he's not dead. He just actually won the Congressional Medal of Honor from Joe Biden back in the December. Yeah,
See,
Check
she
that
knows everything.
Wow.
on that one. Mhm.
Is it perhaps he's some kind of a vampire?
Could be.
He does hail from Hungary, does he not?
He's part of that Epstein group and stuff.
Yeah. Well, at least he's not Dracula.
But I
Well,
look at it
I
this
thought
way.
that Trump wanted all of Canada.
No, that's not true. I think what he's afraid of is just that all of Canada's completely bankrupt, and that if he takes them in, at least between what's underneath their ground and taking them in as a larger country combined might be better as the United States moves forward.
But would
As-
it be better for them?
Because now, not only would we have Canada, but we would be such a large state. We would probably be the largest country in the United States, in the world at that point.
You mean if he took over Alberta?
If he took over Alberta, but God, let's just say he took over Canada. Let's just say.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be the largest country in the world. People are saying that the Greenland thing is going to go through, and it all comes down to globalization. Whether some people were out to get it themselves, or other people were looking at it, and Trump was just like, "I want to jump on this before anybody else does." Look,
Have you read Starship Troopers by Robert Heinlein?
who?
Starship Troopers is a book by Robert Heinlein. Came out in the 50s, I think. Have you read it?
No.
I can't say I have. Why?
It's a science fiction novel about bugs from outer space that humans have to fight back against. And
I laugh because there's no way in hell.
yeah, of course. It was a political metaphor for communism, I think, or just invaders into the American way of life. And I'm also reminded of the X-Files movie, where there were for some reason, they were growing bees that wasn't really well understood why they were growing bees, but it was like a big part of what was going on. And then I'm not sure what's under the ground in Canada, but no one else is really.
They're one of the richest provinces, I think, in Canada is Alberta.
Wow.
I think.
I can see why people are worried. I really can.
Of course.
People there or people here?
Everywhere. There's a lot of things happening underneath the surface that are very disturbing on every axis.
This is our government's fault. There's nobody to blame.
The adversary.
The head of the government.
I believe in the adversary. I believe that God has set us to be alive here on earth, and that there is an adversary that is opposed to God in all things, much larger than Satan.
There is definitely a very dark presence in this world.
For sure.
Definitely. I see it. I'm aware of it, which is weird.
It does make things exciting, though.
It's an interesting time to be alive.
That's for sure.
You think? I think it's scary.
Well, it's scary, but I mean,
I do. I think it's scary.
It is, but that's part of life.
It's part of life. I mean, we were lucky to have lived through such times where nothing happened. And someone had said, "How long do you think this is actually going to last?" I remember. How long do you think that this is actually going to last, that nothing's going to happen?
Yeah.
But do you think Trump is going to start another world war?
Trump is not going to start another world war. What makes you think that Trump is going to start anything?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
What makes you think that Trump would start a world war?
Because of him trying to take over everything.
What's he trying to take over?
Countries.
Not really.
Well, he's trying to take over Canada.
No. He's not going and taking over Canada. He's trying to help these people get free from under these people who are these globalists that are going to ruin them. That's what he's trying to do.
What is a globalist? That's what I don't understand.
A globalist is a person who doesn't want borders, who basically wants the world just one happy place that is nothing but sheer chaos and third world country. So unless you want to live in a third world country and
No.
sheer chaos, that's what we're fighting. That's what Trump's fighting. Trump's the good guy.
I would agree.
Believe it. Trump's the good guy. The media and everybody else will point you to believe what a bad person he is, and then he's doing this and then he's doing that. Stop listening to them, because that's what they're doing. They want you to believe that this is what Trump's doing. That's not what Trump's doing. Trump's trying to help everybody get out from whatever they started back in early 2000.
That was the beginning of the tribulation.
They tried to shoot him, Carla.
I know, twice.
They did shoot him. They
Twice.
shot him right through the ear.
Did they get
Right.
twice?
They shot him twice.
They got him once.
How many Democratic went down?
What's that?
How many Democratic ones have gone
I don't know.
down? In my lifetime, how many Democratic people have been shot at?
I don't think any, have they? I know Ronald Reagan was
Exactly.
shot at, but he was a Republican. wasn't he?
Republican. You have to see. Do you see what for the approval rating amongst the Republicans for Trump? What his approval rating is right now?
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Norm. I'm sorry. Where was I?
You were asking us questions,
The approval rating.
and neither of us pay attention, so we don't know.
The approval rating of the DNC is 27%.
Is that good?
No. The approval rating of all of the DNC, which is the Democratic Party, is 27% out of 100. Now, for Trump, his approval amongst GOPs. Now, this isn't amongst GOPs. Now, mind you, no one's had this high, including looking back at George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. His approval rating is 63%. It's never been this high amongst GOPs for a president that had a GOP president. So,
Hi, Jen.
hi, Jason. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I haven't talked to you forever. Hi, Jack.
I know. I'm stuck in the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon.
Yeah, she's
Life.
in the hospital.
Hope you feel better. Hope you feel better soon.
Is the prognosis favorable?
What's that?
Your prognosis, is it favorable? I wasn't aware you're in the hospital. I hope you get better soon.
I have 2 diseases.
Oh, no.
So,
Sorry.
it
She
has
will
to do with
always
my disease.
have to go in the hospital for the rest of her life.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
Not forever
It is.
now, but I mean, she'll have to be in and out of the hospital because of her what she has.
Well,
I
being
was
too
not
sexy is a
expecting-
terrible disease.
What's
She
that?
has. What do you call what you have, Ginger? Again?
It looks like being too sexy is the disease.
Guess she is too sexy.
Yeah.
Gastroparesis.
Gastroparesis and the ankylosing spondylitis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those 2
I know
talk.
she's cute, isn't she, for someone that's in the hospital?
My hair is
I
a
think
mess.
so.
Now they're making me look at my hair and trying to fix it.
Nah, I look fine.
You look great.
Thanks.
I wish I looked that good when I was in the hospital. Ugh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror.
Now I'm like, oh, looking at myself.
Remember that time you did like that 20-minute live when you were out of it, Carla? At the hospital? That
Oh
was
God, yeah, that was never go live when you're under, anesthetic.
yeah, I know. It was kind of funny.
Anesthesia. That's
was
kind of a dumb thing to do.
Yeah, but it's funny though. I mean, yeah. I didn't know what happened. I was like, and then you like, I think you went dead there for like a minute, and then you ended it.
Yeah,
You were,
because I'm like out of it.
yeah, you passed out. Yeah.
So,
Hi, Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
Shauna, hi.
How do I get back up there? Uh-oh.
No one's up for talking.
I don't see her.
We were all talking. Why do people
Yeah, we're
not like you, Jack?
Well, no, but I'm gonna step down since I've been here long enough. I really appreciate the information. I learned a lot listening to you. Thank you very
Well,
much.
again, I enjoyed having you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
I enjoyed too. Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just had a premiere. I thought I'd come up and I might go live a little bit later.
Come on up, Shauna,
Yeah.
if you want. Oh, maybe she don't want I don't think she talks politics much.
Mm.
Ginger Locks, why are you backstage?
Oh, she kicked herself off. She came
Yeah.
back up?
I got kicked off.
Oh
Kick that
I did
bitch
not
off.
kick you. There. I got rid of
Yeah,
you.
so if you guys have questions, like seriously, like about politics and stuff, ask me. I know.
Well, you answered a lot of my questions today, so
Yeah.
Like I said, I know a lot about the Canadian. I know a lot about American. I know a lot what's going on. I mean, I'm sorry. Didn't you all not freaking get there was a part, see, I do follow politics. And so Trump went over to NATO, over to the EU to go to NATO. And the head of the EU called him daddy.
who's that?
He's like, they were talking about Iran and Israel fighting, and he's like, sometimes you just gotta let them fight, and then you pull them apart. He's like, it's a little bit easier. He's like, yeah, so daddy gets real firm with them. He's like, yeah. And so there was a press conference. The girl goes, oh, so the head of NATO called you daddy. What did you think about that? He's like, I think he meant it in a good way. He's like, if not,
Who
I'll
called,
come back and I'll
what?
give
He
him a
asked Trump?
1-2.
He
Huh?
asked Trump? He asked
He
Trump?
called he called Trump daddy,
Who did? No, which one called him daddy?
the head of NATO.
Oh, that's so weird.
He
That's so weird. They
called him
call him daddy and
daddy.
stuff.
And the thing is that they asked him the question again, the second time around, and he's like, the second time around, the guy's like, oh no, he's like, I love Trump. He's like, yeah, of course he's daddy. I'm like, you know what? I hand it to him more for even saying, yep, I stand by what I said. Look, I think these guys are a lot more friends than we think they are, and a lot of this is so much of it is a political theater
Did I
to
tell
get
you my
votes.
husband got $100 check from Elon Musk
Elon Musk,
Yeah.
yep.
That's cool.
because he said he was voting for Trump?
Well, I wish Elon would get his shit together so his stock would go back up.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't pay attention to stocks. I don't have any.
I started. It's funny because I'm just starting to. I'm putting a new one down. I'm doing Churchill Downs. That's going to be my next stock that I'm going to open.
How many stocks do you have?
10.
How many?
Wow.
10.
You don't have to tell me what they are. I just wondered.
I have about 10.
Wow.
I have ones that you would know. You would know. Hold on. Let me see. Ones
No,
that.
seriously, he got a check for $100 from Elon Musk, and it passed. I mean, it went through.
All right. The one is Nvidia, which is the big AI one, which everybody's talking about. I have Amazon. I have Shopify. I have something called Core Mining, Trump Media Group, Elf Beauty, Elf Beauty, Ivanhoe
That's
Electric,
good. That'd be a good one to invest in.
Ivanhoe Electric, Van Gold Miners,
Jesus.
another mining, oil and gas, another gas and electric, Tesla, the DraftKings,
How did you get
and
started in that? How did you get started with the stock exchange?
Churchill Downs. How did I get started? I just
Yeah.
decided to start.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just decided to start.
So anybody can start.
Right.
But if you don't know what you're doing, what would be the point?
The whole thing is you cannot take out gain. So for instance, you have to be careful of not taking out money that you've already made. So for instance, if I have a stock and say I have a stock with like United States Oil, but the United States Oil I put like 137 in that's already at 124 and it never went up. I could take my money out because I don't have any money invested in it because it never went up and it never came down. So it would be a matter of what it would be more of knowing what you can and what you can't take, but you really can't take out anything with gain. That's for sure. That I know.
I voted for Ron Paul twice, and all I got was satisfaction. I don't. Who's Ron Paul?
Ron Paul is a Kentucky governor, or no, he's a senator. That's Rand Paul.
God, you know a lot about
Yeah, I
politics.
know.
She does.
That's
Who,
really
me?
impressive. Yeah, you did good. You're doing good.
She knew a lot about Diddy. She knew a lot about.
But here's the thing with Diddy. Here's the thing with Diddy. Everybody sounds like he was going to get let go, but then they put him away and they're not letting him out of bond. And somebody believes that there's another suit coming and they're not telling him.
There's
So
another
I
one.
don't
What?
I
There's
don't know if the elites are going to be exposed or not. So that should be interesting to see.
there's another what coming?
Suit. Another
Oh,
lawsuit.
another
Oh,
law.
I thought you said soup.
Oh, a
I thought you
lawsuit.
said soup.
Another lawsuit.
Oh, okay, I got you. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, another lawsuit. So
Oh, wow. So, do you think what
Yeah,
do you think
but
is gonna
yeah,
happen?
like
Because I've heard two different things. I've heard that he's going to get off scot free, and then I've heard that he's going to have to spend a lot of. It's going to be like Epstein.
um he's not going to get off scot free. No. He's going to serve some time. But somebody else said something else is going on. What
Like
that
what?
is, I don't know. Is there
Hmm.
somebody else? Because I heard that even some of the roots are kind of scurrying a little bit more, which means this might involve a little bit more than just Diddy.
But he's
wow.
really rich, isn't he?
They all are. You have to
So the
understand.
rich people usually get away with
All right,
Oh,
poor
they
people
always
don't
do.
get away with.
all right. Let me explain to you. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, okay, the Illuminati. All right, you got to understand. The Illuminati is basically the people who hold all the money in the world and make everything work. Okay? Who are those people? They are the people who are the elite. Who are the elite? The elite are the people who are part of the Illuminati, aka Oprah Winfrey, Gail her girlfriend. Come on, she doesn't have a boyfriend named Stedman. If anybody still believes that, I have a bridge to sell you in New York. Um, Also, the Kardashians, they're all part of it. All of them, Beyonce, Jay-Z, they're all in on it. I hate to say it like this, but a lot of the elite that is involved is a lot of the rap singers
Yeah.
from the 90s through the 2000s. Not all of them, but a lot of those music people who came out during that time, like Katy Perry, all those people, they're horrible people.
Wow.
They're all what?
They're horrible.
Really? Katy Perry?
She's the worst.
I thought she was okay.
No, and I'll tell you why about Katy Perry. Katy Perry sat there and hounded a nun, a poor dying nun, until she was dying, that she wanted her house, until she was dead because she wanted her house, and she would not leave her alone. Katy
Hey,
Perry,
come on
Katy
up,
Perry,
Ash.
all of them, they're awful.
Hmm.
I think Orlando Bloom left her. I don't think she left Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
Wow.
that's fine.
I think Orlando Bloom has had enough of her.
Well, they're broke up now.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah, they
done.
broke up. Yeah.
I didn't know they broke up. I thought she was still with him. Wow.
Wow.
Shows you how much I know.
Put it this way: you have people who pretend that they go up in space and then they're using it for whatever reason, and they come down, they kiss the Earth. Anybody can go up on a ride and go all the way up and all the way back down. It's not that hard. And then they act like they're like, you guys went up in the air in a penis. Wonderful.
In a what?
Congratulations.
Wait. In a what? You
In
went
a
up
penis.
in a
They went
penis?
up in a penis. Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
Like wiener.
Yes, you're right, Ash. Anybody who does work for the Hollywood machine is a part of the grossness. Completely. I would like to
Ash,
think,
Ginger Locks is educating us on everything, pretty much.
I mean, put it this way. When I come to the conclusion that everybody that I thought that I loved, except for Dave Matthews does not fall into the situation, but like everybody that I really enjoyed
Oh man.
is bad news, sucks.
Oh.
But what's the matter?
Oh, Carl, I got some bad news. Not bad enough regarding me. Another celebrity passed away.
Who?
Remember that guy from Nip Tuck, Julian McMahon? He would play Doctor Doom in Fantastic Four.
No, I never watched that show.
He passed away. He played Doctor Doom in two of the Fantastic Four movies too. You know
I
what
have
I'm
no
talking
idea.
about? Oh,
I
Don't know
don't.
who he is.
yeah. He passed away.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah. Hi,
Well,
Ash. Sorry.
let me real quick explain to you the reason and how and the why on how everything is so nasty and dirty. And I have come to know and learn and research all of this. You have somebody who's like, let's say Clive Davis. Clive Davis runs Sony Music. He basically runs all of the music business, right? So he is responsible for all these music singers and their music. So the night that Whitney Houston went to the Grammys, she went there. What's his name from Sony? Clive Davis had her killed. She was killed not only from Ray J, but it was Ray J and his people. They killed her. And not only did they kill her, they killed her daughter the same exact way. And everyone just goes, Oh, they died the same way. No, people, somebody else did this. They're just trying to make it. Uh, so no, they killed her. They killed her because
But
they
why?
wanted
Why?
her. They wanted her money. She was becoming more of a problem, and instead of her just performing and doing, they wanted her money, so they killed her. And now they have her log. They have all her music log.
Wow. Well,
And they killed Bobby
why her
Christina
daughter? Why her daughter?
because she knew too much.
Oh no, that's not good.
That's horrible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You get too close to that business, it's really scary. And then you have someone like Diddy, who's in the music business, and to see what we know what he did. He was sex trafficking. He was doing everything so horrible. But see, the person who is in charge of his prosecution is Maureen Comey. Maureen Comey was also the prosecutor for Epstein as well as Epstein's girlfriend,
Wow.
which means nothing came out, which means she's also trying to hide Diddy too.
Gladys, I just
Why?
want
Because
Jason's subs.
she's
What's that?
trying to hide the elites.
Gladys says I want your subs. That's why.
Oh,
I don't. I know why she would even say that. Good grief.
sorry.
Well, why would they even say that?
I don't know. I didn't say
Idiot.
nothing.
I didn't say nothing.
Say one more nasty thing and you're out of here. Gladys
Oh,
Kravitz.
Who is Jay there?
Jason,
that's me. That's me.
Oh,
because he's got 13,000 subs.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they think I'm
13,000.
talking. I'm letting him up here because I want his subs.
Oh,
You can't just get someone's subs. Come on.
who is Mossad? I don't even know who that is. I don't know who the person is up above Diddy and Epstein.
oh. I don't know.
I don't know, but correct her, Jason.
He said
Sorry, Gladys. That's not good.
Jack said he thought it was supposed to be humor. He said, I think you guys are taking it the wrong way. Tough crowd.
Oh,
Yeah, just let it go. No biggie. No
oh.
biggie.
Okay. You're forgiven.
All right. So, any other questions you might have?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Might I? You tell me. You know it all.
Well, what are there things that are going on that you don't understand? Because like a lot of people are
Okay,
like,
so
well,
and I agree with this too, the deportation thing.
oh hell yeah.
But here's what I don't agree with.
Okay.
I don't agree with breaking up families. I think that's
Okay, okay, all right, Carla, you're in your car. Okay, it's you, your husband, and your daughter. You're drunk. You're driving. Okay, your cop sees you. You're drunk. Are they going to separate you from your daughter?
of course they are.
There you go. So families have to be separated. All of this bullshit families, most of these people do not have families. Most of these people are here for work and drug cartel and nasty um, business practices that are not good for Americans, such as fentanyl and everything else. These people are not here for a better life. These people are here to get rid of the life that's already here.
But the children that are separated from their parents, you don't find that sad?
No, I don't, especially if their parents deserved it. If their family is here and they're illegal, either A, they go with them, or B, they get separated. If you or anybody else was with their child and got arrested, would you or would you not be taken away from your child?
Yeah,
So why are we worrying about an illegal?
I'm worried about families getting separated. Is
It's
what I'm.
full of they got you then. That's exactly what the media wanted to get from you. They got it from you.
No,
Oh, the
because
poor family.
some of those people have married American citizens. What do you say about that?
If you're already married to an American citizen, that means you're already an American citizen. So you're fine. So you have nothing to worry about.
No, you don't get citizenship automatically, even if you marry someone that's
If
American.
you get me, you get a visa. Yes, you do. You get a certain kind of visa if you get married. If you
Well,
marry an American
but you're
citizen,
not a citizen.
yes, you are. You become a citizen of the United States.
No, you have to go through a lot before you get citizenship.
If you get married and you move
Okay,
to the
I'm
United States,
Canadian. I married an
I know,
American. I'm not an American citizen. I'm married. I'm a legal alien, not
but
illegal. I'm a
but you
legal
you but
alien.
you legally did it.
Yes, I did it
Illegally.
legally,
See,
but that doesn't make me an American. I'm still not an American citizen.
and I disagree. If you are legal, you are a citizen.
Well, that's not what they told me.
I don't know what they told you. If you're legal to be here, you're a citizen.
Well, yeah, I'm legal to be here,
Then you're a
but
citizen.
I can't say I'm an American citizen. I can't have an American passport. I can't, I don't know. It's
I
just,
don't know either, but you're an American citizen. If you married somebody else, you are an American citizen. Now, with that being said, though, what we were going right before that, where were we?
oh, about separating families.
Separating families.
Yeah.
The majority of the people who have come over to this country to try to get in are majority young men. Scary, scary as can be. I watched them come in. They weren't families. And even if they were families, you're here illegally taking money in my country, you gotta go. And it's your family's fault. And the administration before, why your family has to go. The, he has been sailing people since November. He is deporting everyone. You can go now or you can go later.
Well,
He has
here's
been
the thing.
telling
Can I be
everyone.
deported? Because
No, you're an American citizen. I just
I'm
told you
not
that.
an American citizen. They told me that I'm not an
Oh
American
my God.
citizen.
You're a legal citizen. You're legal.
I'm legal, a legal alien, they called me.
Oh,
You're not, no, there is no such thing as a legal alien. You're a legal citizen.
Well, that's not what
You're
they
a,
told me.
hold on, I'm telling you right now. Legal, see,
at least she's a legal beagle, like the Regal Beagle on Three's Company.
I mean,
Like,
this is the first time I've talked publicly about it because we had to jump through hoops for me to get, established as a legal, my papers, my green card, everything, because I can work now if I want to. But uh,
I'm looking
Jessica,
it up. Hold on.
Carla is right. My fiance is an American since once we got married, doesn't entitle you to citizenship. That's what I said.
hi,
Hold on.
Told
Jessica.
you.
Due to
Hi,
Canada.
Dick.
Your your title is like me, a legal alien, but not a citizen.
Oh man, that's messed up.
But I can apply for citizenship, and it wouldn't be hard for me to get it because
Yeah.
I've been here for a long time.
Wow, I had no idea.
No, I'm reading into it now. I didn't know anything about it.
It's just that you can apply for it. It's not hard, but I mean, I would think I would want to, not that it's a priority right now, but I would go for dual citizenship. My son
I
is
wouldn't even worry about that right now. If
oh,
depending on what may happen in the next 4 years or not, that's what I'm saying.
right. No, I just want, I just know that's what they told me. That's all. I wasn't trying to start anything. It's just they told me,
No, I've never heard someone say you're a legal le, you're a illegal legal grit. Like I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like this doesn't make sense. I'm
well,
looking it
there's a
up. Like,
difference. There's a difference because you have to go through, I mean, you have to get medically cleared. You have to get, you know what I mean? You can't have, they don't want you bringing diseases into the country. They don't want you, you know what I mean? Like, you have to go through, you have to jump through hoops, and then you you're considered when you pass all the tests, and you have to go see the, you know, immigration. You have to get an immigration lawyer. I mean, we did everything that you have to do,
Wow.
but you know, it didn't make us a citizen. I'm still not a citizen. I've been married 21 years, you know.
if
So
you're not a citizen, then how do you vote for president?
I don't. I can't vote.
Oh,
But
I
I
did not
know
know
who
that.
I like. I know who my husband likes. I mean, we talk
Yeah.
about it. But I
Hmm.
can't vote. I can't be on a jury. You have to be a citizen for that stuff. Okay? I'm not trying to be difficult. That's just
Oh
No,
no, no, no.
no,
I'm
you're fine.
listening.
I mean, I've
I'm
never talked
listening.
about this publicly, but it took us a long time before we even got established as me being a legal, you know, a legal alien, which
I'm
isn't like,
reading and listening to you at the same time and just trying to get the information. I had no idea.
yeah, you can Google it. I mean,
Well, that's
there's
what I'm doing.
there's a thing. Um, Not that it wouldn't be hard for me to get citizenship because I've never committed a crime. I've never, you know, I've never done anything against the law, so I could probably get citizenship. I just haven't done
Yeah.
it because I'm lazy.
Right.
But I could work if I wanted to. I've got a
Yeah.
social security card, you know. I got everything.
That's good.
Everything you need
Yeah.
for so what's it saying? Are you Googling it?
No, I was just looking up everything just because it was all new information to me. So that's why I was looking it
So
all
what
up.
did it say?
Everything you were telling me. And it was telling me, the different types of visas,
Well, because
different ways of working.
if a lawyer tells you that, you tend to believe them. Because
Well,
we had to
yeah.
go to an immigration lawyer, and he
Wow.
said, "Look, if you get, you know, if you get your green card or whatever, that doesn't mean you're a citizen. Like people, you watch TV and they say, well, you marry an American citizen, you're an American citizen.
Yeah,
That's
what
not true. That's not true. And I know for a fact that it's not true because I'm not a citizen. I'm legal. I don't think I can get deported. You know, I hope not
I hope not either. I don't want you to deported.
because I've lived
Okay,
here.
you're not going to get deported.
Yeah.
No, they won't deport me because, first of all, I haven't committed any crimes. Second of all, I've been here legally for, over 20 years, which is a long time. So,
I'm talking to my friend back and forth. He's a cop in Philly right now, and
Hi,
he's
Dari.
doing the Wawa Festival. And because in Philly, the
Terry!
Hi,
the
Dari.
See, she's
Hey,
in
Darity.
South Africa right now.
Yeah.
It was a very complicated process for me also. uh, I had to take, I had to go to the doctors. I had to jump through hoops. We had to go to immigration lawyer. I mean,
Wow.
people think you marry an American, you're an American. That's not
Yeah.
true. I'm
That's
not
what I always
American.
thought. That's what I always thought.
I would have to. I could apply for American citizenship, but it doesn't mean I'll get it right away. Well, I probably would because I've
You
never
probably
committed a
would.
crime. I've never committed a crime. I've never been in trouble. But, otherwise, how could I go into the hospital? You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to give me, I'd have to pay for it. He wouldn't be able to put me on his Medicare. It's just, it's just the way it works. It's just a very painstaking process.
Wow.
It is.
I had no idea.
I didn't either.
Well, because I've never talked about it.
Oh, it's
It's
okay.
not something you talk about.
Yeah.
It can be something to talk about.
I mean, I don't even know why I'm talking about it now, but
Okay.
that you think you marry an American, you're an American citizen. No, you're not. I can't. I could never vote if I wanted to. I could never be on a jury. There's certain things I can do, certain things I can't do. Which doesn't bother me because I don't really want to be on a jury. So, but anybody that's, moved to a different country, like my son-in-law. My son-in-law is an American citizen. He had a child with my daughter who is Canadian. He just, he's been living in Canada for, about 15 years now. He just got his citizenship. But he went, he did what he had to do to get that. So, but
Wow.
so everybody doesn't automatically get it. I mean, there's illegals too. Canada has illegals too.
Oh, God, yeah.
Very, very much so.
Right now, they're dealing with just as much illegals as we are.
I mean, even him, my son-in-law, he had to, because he had, not drug record, but he got arrested for drugs, like for smoking marijuana or whatever. He had to get that wiped from his record before he could even apply for a Canadian social insurance card.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And he was living there 15 years before he actually got his citizenship. So.
Yeah, no, I see all of this is good, useful information that we didn't know before.
And Derry just said it. The earliest she can become a citizen, where she is right now, is in 7 or 8 years. It's like it doesn't happen overnight. It took me, like I said, I had to jump through hoops. I had to go to an immigration. I don't know. She had to go to an immigration. I had to go to an immigration attorney. And let me tell you, it was expensive. But,
Really?
I had to have a complete physical because they don't want you bringing anything into the country to make sure that, that you're clean. But yeah, so that's what happened. But I'm okay now. But
you weren't okay before?
Well, until you get your papers, you're not okay.
Alright. Okay.
You know what I mean? You have to apply and apply. I mean, you can get a visa from Canada to come here, but it's only
Right.
good for 3 months.
Right.
And so if you know you're getting married or whatever, then you can make the process work.
Right.
But that's what I did.
Gotcha. Because friends of ours, now he married her. She was from Canada. He brought her down and he made her a US citizen as soon as they got married.
Mhm. Well, see, my husband would have made me a U.S. citizen, but I still have family in Canada. So I wanted to keep my citizenship in Canada because I still want to visit my family,
Sure.
you know. So, but I probably will eventually get a dual citizenship if I can. I don't know where did she go?
Or she dropped
I
off.
don't think a lot of people know how difficult it is to um, move to a different country. It
Oh.
just doesn't happen
Yeah.
in a snap. It
Yeah.
just doesn't.
See, I thought
A lot of
like,
things.
well, I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Well, they made it seem so easy with that
No,
Gerard
what he
Depardieu
said,
movie. Yeah,
once you marry an American citizen, you're an
yeah,
American citizen.
yeah.
That's not true. I know that's not true.
Well, they lied in that movie. That Gerard Depardieu, remember Anna McDowell married him.
Well, they make it easy on TV. TV
Yeah,
isn't the real life.
yeah,
I don't know if any country has it that easy that you can become a citizen just by marrying someone from that country.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think maybe like Sweden, places like that,
See,
maybe.
Derry is in South Africa, I believe, and she's learning as she goes. And it was the same for me. I mean, I had 3 months before I got married, and I mean, we had decided we were getting married, but I didn't know what I had to do. I thought I watched TV. I thought, oh, once I marry him, I'm fine. No, you're not. You still have to pay for a lawyer, immigration lawyer. You still have to get your complete physical. It all has to, you still have to talk to someone. They have to make sure you're not marrying that person just to get into the country
yeah.
because people do that.
That's what happened in Germany. While I was in Germany, like some of the German women will like sink their claws and fangs of these guys to get married and then become citizens. And then when they go back to the States, they just ditch them after a month or so.
I see. I never understood how these people and these guys go for, Russian brides
Yeah,
and how they get them into the country so easily.
I don't know. I had no
Because
idea.
it sure wasn't easy for me.
No. I had no idea.
I applied for a temporary residence visa with a work permit request. They denied my $2,000 application, and I had to apply for an appeal at another $1,500. Yeah, I mean, people don't know how difficult it is. It's just not, doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, and it costs a lot of money. It does cost a lot of money. Why? I don't know. Why they don't make it a little easier? Or maybe they're trying to keep the riffraff out. I don't know. Oh, she applied for a work permit. She can't work there.
Can you
You
hear
mean
me?
you can't work in that
I can hear
country
you.
legally?
Hold on one second. I gotta come in and out because there's something wrong with my thing. Hold on.
Okay,
Okay,
no problem.
okay. She's in the hospital.
I know she is. I feel bad.
Hi, Ash.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they got to get. So did our lawyer, our immigration lawyer. It cost us. I don't know. The first time we went, it cost us something like that, and then we had to go back for something else because he didn't fill out something. And
Yes.
I don't know. I think altogether it cost us about $5,000.
Uh,
They make their money. Don't worry.
I know. I mean, it's all hustle, anyways. You know.
Um, well, you can't stay in the country if you don't do it properly.
Yeah.
I'm $10,000. Oh, in the hole. Wow. I'm sorry.
That's not good.
That's such a shitty thing to do
Oh.
that. And the thing is, and you were saying it too the other day, Derry, and I remember you saying it. You can't really leave the country. Like if you leave, well, I can now because I got my green card. But until I had that green card, uh, it would take me, and I have a Canadian passport. So even coming back, I mean, they make it so difficult
Oh my goodness.
for you. Why are you visiting the United States? Well, I live here.
Yeah.
But you have to cross your eyes or cross your T's and dot your I's before
Yeah.
you do anything. Just do the research and make sure you know what you're doing. Because you don't want to leave there and not be able to go back to be with your husband.
Exactly.
Border hopping is very sophisticating these days. There are many ways out. There is only one way in. I can't leave here until I get my temporary visa. And that will be 6 to 9 months to get approved.
Wow.
Oh, just approved. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. They make it so difficult.
I had no
I
idea.
don't know who believes me, who doesn't believe me.
I believe you. Why
But-
wouldn't I believe you?
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
There's
Fine.
probably people that saying, "Oh, she's bullshitting. You marry an
Yeah.
American, you're American." No, you're not. Sorry, it doesn't
Happens
work that way.
Dominic.
It does not work that way.
Oh, that's too bad. That's a shame. I'm so sorry, Carla.
Oh, I'm not sorry. I mean, I went
I
through.
know. I feel bad. That's all. You know.
Sorry, I just saw you waving. Sorry,
what?
sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah,
What is
no,
waving?
it's like I never talked about this publicly because I didn't want
Yeah.
people. You know how everybody on this platform just uses anything they can against you.
Oh, I know.
So I would not talk about it. That's one
Mm.
thing I didn't want to do.
Mm.
But
I
Yeah.
understand that, but I find it if somebody
my
used that-
family, see, my kids are in Canada, so I want to be able to go back and forth. Not that I couldn't, but if I didn't get dual citizenship, it would be more difficult for me.
Wow. I had no idea.
So, anyways, what else can you school me on?
No.
Well, now I actually schooled you on something. So.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I got schooled. I sent back to school.
Well, that's the thing. People don't realize how difficult it is.
Yeah.
They don't.
What?
They think you marry an American, you're American. No, it doesn't work that way. But
But it can be. You just have to go through more hoops.
right, I would have to apply for citizenship, and then I would have. But see, what I want is. I'm not sure who that. Can you turn your camera on so I can make sure you're not porn bombing me?
All right, number one, if you don't know who they are, don't open it.
I don't,
And don't open it.
but I've seen that name before.
But don't trust it.
No, don't trust it.
Don't
No,
trust
I wouldn't trust it.
Carla unless it's like Ash or somebody no. I would never bring them up.
No.
Yeah, well, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know, just
No.
So what was I saying? I forget.
about
Uh,
citizenship and stuff, and it's being tough to get it.
oh, I don't know what I was saying.
Oh,
So how's everybody's fourth?
it's okay.
Jesse Hart special needs. I've seen that name too before.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't let anybody up, Carla.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Really?
Yep.
Did you see that, Dari? What Dari said?
No,
There's
what's
142 race-based laws against white people in South Africa.
Wow.
Okay, you're gone.
I believe that.
You're gone, Jesse. You can't be nice. You're
Yep. Be not nice for take a hike.
you're gone.
Yep. There you go, Carla.
No, someone's not going to be nice. They don't.
Yeah, I
want
know.
to.
I know.
Hi, Sue. How are you doing?
Let's see. What's
And
going on?
if someone had a wrench and they don't have a wrench now, it's no, I'm not, it's not because I don't like you, or it's just because, I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be cool with me.
Yeah, I understand that.
Thank you, Sue.
Not everybody needs a wrench.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I remember that became a thing too. Like, I never really thought about it before. Then I was like, "Why'd you take my wrench away? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that?" You know, it's just because
Well,
back then.
I told you why I took your wrench away.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying you.
No, but I did tell you.
Oh, I'll
What?
be right back, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay, turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. I can't let you up here if you don't turn your camera on.
That's probably someone bad.
It's Little Miss M. Jesse.
I'm not saying
Who
Jesse. I
that
don't know.
is? Huh?
I have no idea. I know Little Miss STFU, but I don't know the other stuff.
No, that's not.
That's not them.
No,
No, I wouldn't let anyone up if they're. Yeah,
I
that's
don't know them.
yeah. Ask for problems.
Well, I know Sue. Sue's soul sister.
Yeah. Oh man.
I love Derry. She's such a good girl. Sweet. $142 and growing. Whites are the minority here. I feel like I am experiencing reverse apartheid.
Wow.
Goodness.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
I'm gonna step
What is
down.
and I wanted to ask her too. What is the country like? Um, is it very modern, or does it depend on where you live? Because I
I don't
don't know
know.
about South Africa
Yeah.
and the country. I didn't know that it was apartheid against against white people. That's new. That's a new thing for me. The country itself is beautiful. It depends on where you live. Oh, okay. But what I wanted to ask you too is how is it modern? Like, do you have big like skyscrapers and yeah, you're tough, but just be careful. I don't want to see anything happen to you. Please put your camera on. I'm not letting you up here until you put your camera on. I know who you are, and I can't let you up. Sorry.
Hello, I'm not a porn woman. Don't call me a man when I'm not a man.
How am
I
I
wasn't
supposed
gonna
to know?
porn no one.
How am I supposed to know?
Tonight.
Oh, what did you want to come up for?
What?
What did you want to come up for?
Just to chat. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just want to
No, I just
make
didn't know
friends.
who you. Look, you have to be careful on this platform. I didn't know who you were. I wasn't trying to be rude. I wouldn't be rude.
I wasn't
I
trying to
don't know you.
porn bomb you. I'm not one of them people. I'm not some idiot online to do that shit.
Well, no, but there's a lot of people that don't like me right now, so I have to be very careful. You know
And I
what I
don't
mean?
have a camera because I'm using a Sirius Xbox Series X to go on there.
That's fine. That's fine. Where are you from? I like your accent.
The UK,
Where's that?
United Kingdom, England.
United Kingdom. Oh, England. So
Yep.
where you have a king now, not a queen anymore.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry if I insulted you. I did not mean to.
I'm not a man, by the way.
I don't think I called you a man, did I? I thought you were a
You
woman.
did.
Well,
No.
I did. If I did, it was by accident.
Mm,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine.
So what
It's
would you
fine.
like to talk about?
So now, what do you want to talk about?
Well,
Life?
we've been talking about all kinds of stuff up here. Politics. We were talking about immigration. All kinds of things.
Oh, cool. That's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing to talk to people from all over the world. Yes, it is.
Yep.
At least I think so. I'm just worried. I mean, it was nothing against you. I'm just worried about, the people that hate me right now, coming up and doing something
Like what?
like
Sing your
don't
song?
no showing their breasts or showing their ass or
What the
something.
fuck?
Yeah, that's happened before. It actually happened to me before. It was really nasty. So,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, it hasn't happened to me since. But anyways,
Yep.
it's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Jesse.
It's nice to meet you, Jesse.
I'm 37.
But see, Jesse can be a man or a female, right?
Yeah.
So if I called you Jesse, it was by accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I've been live for almost 2 hours now.
Okay.
Winky. Hi, sweetheart. See, I know a lot of people on here. I just didn't know you, that's all.
That's fine.
Just popped through to say hello.
Yeah.
Who's on panel? Some girl named Jessie. I've never
Hi.
seen her before. She's from the United Kingdom, I think. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
United Kingdom. And
Yeah.
I love her accent. It's very cool.
That's very cool, yeah.
Winky, I'm so happy to see you.
It's happy.
You know what those crowns are? I just found out yesterday what these crowns are. On
The crowns are like
in the chat.
when you get XP and you have to level up and you get like crowns, I don't know, to be the top leader.
Well, someone told me last night what it was for.
What?
It's to encourage people to interact in your chat. And if you interact a lot, they give you a number. If you're interacting a lot, they'll give you one. I think it goes up to 3. So I didn't know that until yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, I know, Derry. It sucks. I hate that autocorrect, especially if you're trying to type a certain name. If I start using software to hide who I am, I'll be sure to be real careful about it. But for the time being, I am who I am. Well, I knew who you were, Jack. And to be honest with you, I saw you the other day, and I had tried to let you up before, but we couldn't hear a thing you were saying. Behaven was up with me, and we couldn't hear what you were saying. It wasn't coming through. I don't know if your audio wasn't working, or I don't know. It happens. It's YouTube. So how long have you been on YouTube?
Quite a long time, but I've deleted all my videos.
Why is that?
I kept on getting bullied, and I deleted my YouTube channel. And I
You
just
see, that's what YouTube does. They're good at that.
I used to do videos, but I deleted all of it.
About what? What did you do videos about?
Gaming, the playroom, and me.
Why would you get bullied for that?
Because I'm always getting bullied every day.
Well, you can come in here. You won't get bullied here.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
I'll protect you if I can.
Okay. You sound like a mummy or something.
I sound like what?
A mummy.
Oh, I am a mummy. I'm a grandmummy.
Oh.
So
I'm
my grandson is flying in tomorrow with his dad, my son-in-law, and I'm going to give them my car to use while they're here because they're only coming for a week. So I'm excited about that. They're flying in here at 5:00 in the evening. So just going to hand over my car, let them have it.
Yep. Donald Duck is in the house. Donald Duck. Do you know Donald Duck?
Do I like Donald Duck?
Do you know Donald Duck?
I know Donald Duck, yes.
Okay.
I know who he is.
Can you do it?
I don't know if I can.
Oh.
Why, can you?
Maybe.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
That was good. That was very good. No, I can't do it like that for sure.
Okay.
You sound so shy.
Sorry.
What time is it? Well, don't be sorry. I should be sorry for accidentally calling you a man. That was very rude of me. I apologize. I did not mean to, but Jesse, actually, in my defense, Jesse can be a man or a woman.
Yeah.
You know, right? Correct?
Yep.
If you ever watched Full House, it was Uncle Jesse, and he was a man.
Oh, right. It could just spelled differently.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's spelled differently, but
Jese.
Jese. Let me see. I can't see. Okay. Oh, I see now. I see now. So how many subscribers do you have, my dear?
About 84. I think, if you look.
Oh, we all start somewhere, don't we?
Yep.
I'll tell you, and I was talking about this last night. I'll never forget when I first started on YouTube. When I got my first 100 subscribers, Ginger Locks, who was up here before. I don't know if you were in here when Ginger Locks was up here. She came into my chat and said, "Congratulations." And I said, "On what?" And she said, 100 subs. And I said, "I have 100 subs." I didn't even know what that was all about. And then it just,
And that means what you said. God.
gods, I think. Oh, FODs. FOD.
Jessie Cat. What does that mean? Oh, Jessie Cat.
Jessica. I don't know. That's someone, I guess. I
Oh,
don't
Jack.
know.
I know a Jack for someone's stream that I was in before.
You're so quiet.
Sorry.
Ryan, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize to me.
Oh,
I
I
just
don't know.
think you sound like you're shy or something, or scared to talk to me. I actually had people telling me not to bring you up because I didn't know who you were.
Oh,
So I took a chance and brought you up.
okay.
And I'm glad I did because you're very sweet.
Thank
Oh.
you. I'm 37.
You sound like you're about 16. I'm sorry if
No.
that's an insult, but you sound very young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello, Jessie Cat.
Who's that? What the fuck?
What was that?
What? Same name as me.
Well, I've been on here for 2 hours, which is a long time for me.
Wow.
And I have to eat dinner.
Oh, I bet you are Jessie Cat.
Pardon me?
Yes. No, I'm just talking to Jessie Cat. Don't ignore me. I was looking at the comments. So sorry. She said she's just listening. I said, I bet you are.
I hope everybody in here is well. But I'm probably, and I'm not doing this for any reason other than I'm just tired. I need to eat and come back.
All right.
Come back.
Okay.
You can come back up if you want. You're
Cool.
welcome
That's
to.
fine. You take care and have a nice day. And
you too, honey.
have a nice day.
Jack Star, thank you so much for coming up. Jessie Cat, Gary D. Let's see who else is here. I don't know who else is here.
Should I leave?
Whenever you want to.
Okay,
I'll close
I'll
down
wait.
after. And Gladys, Jack Star, Winky, everybody that's come in. I really appreciate you guys, and it was a very interesting discussion.
I'd like to join the interesting discussion.
It was an interesting discussion today. I even taught Gingerlock something, and she teaches me stuff all the time. So, but she's in the hospital right now, so she probably had to go get her blood taken or blood pressure or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up, Jack. So I'm going to close down, Jessie, and I'll see you the next time I go live. Okay?
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace out. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Happy 4th of July.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, see you later.
Okay, bye, honey.